You there. You're the one they call Dragonborn.
Yes, I am Dragonborn.
Your lies fall on deaf ears, deceiver. The true Dragonborn comes. You are but his shadow. When Lord Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None shall stand to oppose him.
Time to die!
I shall not fall!
Die, Dragon!
In all my years, I've never seen such a thing.
Something's happening. What manner of magic is this?
I ain't asking for much. Just a few scepters.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore.
What happened? Why won't you go back?
It's hard to explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. And that's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim.
Yes, you are. You're taking me to Solstheim.
Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there.
People are trying to kill me. I'm not taking no for an answer.
Hold on now. I'm just a simple sailor. I never wanted to get mixed up in any of this. All right, I'll take you. But we leave immediately. Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions.
I'm looking for Mirak. Do you know him?
Mirak, I'm not sure that I do. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions?
You know who Mirak is?
I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it.
Can you tell me anything about him?
I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but I'm not sure what.
Why are you so suspicious of visitors?
I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern.
Has security been an issue?
This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here, and we've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down.
What do your titles mean?
Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstein. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced.
Raven Rock is purely a Dunmer settlement?
Raven Rock started out as an imperial settlement, but the Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles, but when House Redoran took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home.
What is the city of Blacklight?
Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there.
The Argonians invaded Morrowind?
Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. An attempted expansion, revenge for the enslavement of their people, or perhaps both. Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmer needlessly lost their lives, and many more were exiled from their homeland. Giolan, I was starting to wonder what happened.
We were delayed by bad weather. Before you even ask, yes, I have the supplies you requested. But what is slow must be done, must be agreed.
こんなに眠いのかしら。
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sue Jammer that will ever grace your
I'd like to
lips.
rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes with a voice wielding power of the ancient Nord.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Believe the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed and the legend yet grows. You'll know the Dragonborn's come.
疲れた。びっくりするわよ。
Here in my shrine, that you have forgotten. Here do you toil, that you might remember.
By night we reclaim. What by day? Stop.
and
Bar. Marcel's.
Huh?
He grows ever near to us.
our eyes once were blinded. Now through him do we see. Our hands once were idle.
Now and then does he speak.
And when the world shall see,
And when the world remembers.
that world will cease to be. Here in his shrine.
行かなきゃダメなの？ どこへ行くの？
Elder Arthroloth is grooming me to be his eventual replacement. Soon I'll be running the temple my way. If they desire salvation, the citizens of Raven Rock need to
Do you know
open
someone
their
called
eyes.
Mirak?
Was wrought by their own hands. Their actions or lack
It sounds very familiar.
not someone here, but
I'm not sure I can recall.
belief is strewn with the incredulity
Is
of
he
those
someone
that
you know
fear the
or
dark.
not?
I can't be sure. I know I've heard that name, but it doesn't feel real.
Does that make any sense?
Now, if you'll excuse me.
My husband Bendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place. Keep yourself safe.
Free from danger.
Solstheim's still a dangerous place.
No, not Nirnroots. Perhaps a dash of farmer blood.
How do you feel?
Let's hope I still have
think
enough
you
of
might
that
be
extract.
sick.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. Could I interest
What do you
you in
have
any
for sale?
fine ash-grown foods? Got the best merchandise on the island. Have a look for yourself. Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
You haven't seen Cretius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again.
Why all the fuss over a simple pickaxe?
No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know.
Can't you just get the guard to find Cretius?
I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Cretius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble.
Sure.
You there. You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing here?
I'm looking for someone named Mirak.
Mirak. It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. But that makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look there.
What are these people doing?
Building something, clearly. And yet they don't seem to have much to say about it. I'm very interested to find out what happens when they finish.
Have you tried to stop this?
Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on. And I would be unable to see how this all turns out.
What can you tell me about Morrowind?
It's the homeland of the Dunmer. The lesser races call us Dark Elves. We built great works there, like Vivek and Aldrune. Many of them are destroyed now, either by Red Mountain or the Argonian invasion.
And when the world shall see...
That's that, then.
And when the world remembers...
どこ?
That world will cease to be.
No, not Nernroots.
Greetings.
Perhaps a dash... Oh, hello? Were you looking to use the table? As you can see, I am somewhat preoccupied at the moment. Fair enough. You don't strike me as the alchemist type. But if you wish to watch, I suppose I don't have anything against it. You may even learn something. If you want my advice, avoid putting strange ingredients in your mouth. The results can be rather... final.
As the wife to the second counselor of Ravenrock, it would be my pleasure to help you any way that I can.
For house, veteran, for honor. And so it ends.
Eh? Ah.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm alive. I wish I could have said the same for my man here.
What were those things?
Some of the Redoran Guard have taken to calling them ash spawn. Me, I don't care what they're called. All I know is they're a danger to Raven Rock and they need to be stopped.
How did that bring you to this old farm?
I was going to search for clues that might lead me to wherever they're coming from. I know it isn't the best place to start, but we know they've been coming from this direction.
I'd be glad to lend you a hand.
Good. I can use all the help I can get. Besides, I don't feel comfortable leaving Raven Rock behind. And I'd hate to lose any more Redoran Guard.
Very well. Where do I begin?
We were searching the farm when the ash spawn ambushed us. Have a look around and see if you can turn up anything useful.
I discovered this note on one of the ash spawn.
This is strange. The note says it's from General Falx Carius, but that's impossible.
Impossible? Why?
Well, Carius was the Imperial garrison commander at Fort Frostmoth, but he died over 200 years ago when the Red Mountain leveled the place. There's no way he could still be alive.
What do you want me to do?
If General Carius is still alive, there must be something keeping him that way. I need you to head out to Fort Frostmoth and check it out. I'm gonna head back to Raven Rock and prepare the men for further assaults.
What are these ash spawn?
No one knows, really. Superstitious folks say they're the risen forms of those that died long ago. But I'm not so certain. They started attacking the bulwark a few weeks ago. My men were able to kill them, but they keep coming back.
How often do they attack?
We've had 2 other assaults on the bulwark, at different spots on the wall. I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost like they're becoming more organized and probing it for weaknesses.
You suspect there's a motivation to their attacks?
Exactly. Something has to be directing them against us, and we need to find out who or what it is.
Do you know someone called Mirak?
I might know someone, or maybe not. I can't remember.
Just tell me if you know him.
I can't. I just can't be sure. I think maybe he had something to do with a temple. A temple here on the island. Does that help? Be careful. This General Carius sounds out of his mind.
I wonder if a dragon could be captured alive. It would make a fascinating test subject.
Men, an invader has entered the fort. Prepare yourselves for an ambush. Fort Frostmoth will never fall. Long live the Empire!
たらいいの？ああ！
No escape!
Yeah!
I've failed.
どこ？
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth?
I killed General Carius.
I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years? It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Carius's exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock.
He'll no longer send ash spawn to Raven Rock.
Councillor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece. And you got rid of General Carius. Better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful.
Is it difficult commanding the Redoran Guard?
It can be. Even the most experienced warriors can fall prey to petty distractions. They usually didn't amount to much, but they make my job that much harder.
Petty distractions?
Some of my own men have become quite accustomed to a spirit they called Emberbrand wine. Despise the stuff myself. It's powerful and tremendously addicting. I've seen men fail to finish even a single flask. If I knew where they were stashing the bottles, I'd put an end to it myself.
I could track the stash down for you.
Like you expected this season.
You would? That would be helpful. I just don't have time to do it myself right now.
Any idea where I can begin?
They're too smart to have left it in the bulwark. I'd search one of the abandoned houses on the outskirts of town.
You'll never have to eat one again.
Who are the Redoran Guard?
All of the soldiers in this town are Redoran Guard. Some of the best warriors that House Redoran has to offer. I've spent quite a few years honing their skills, and I can assure you they're not just your average city guard.
Why have such elite soldiers on this island?
To protect Councillor Morvain, of course. He has quite a few friends on the council back in Morrowind, and they wanted to ensure his safety while he was here. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to discuss it.
What's the unusual armor you're wearing?
Ah, this is bone mold armor. Quite impressive, wouldn't you say? It's fashioned from actual bone that's been reinforced with a resin-like material and then shaped to form the armor plating. It might appear brittle, but I'd wager it could stop the blow of a weapon better than iron or steel. Find me that stash of wine. I'm itching to be rid of it.
早く着かないかな。いいかな。
Can I help you?
On behalf of House Redoran and as Councillor of Raven Rock, I bid you welcome. My doors are open if you wish to discuss matters involving Raven Rock.
And what might you need? All right then.
Doko?
Are you here to pray? Or perhaps pay your respects at our ancestral tomb? May Azura, Mafala, and Boethia guide you. You were one of the Ashlanders, Elder? I was. I wandered the wastes of Vardenfell, carrying the message of the Reclamation.
どうしたらいいの？
You'll pay for this. Here in his temple, that they have forgotten.
Isra, I'm
we
here to
dwell.
help you. You must leave this place.
That we might
Osla,
remember.
please. We must leave this place. Isra, can you hear me?
We reclaim.
You must fight again. We must leave this place.
What
Isra,
by day
I'm
was
here
stolen,
to help you. You must leave this place.
far from ourselves. He grows ever near to us.
You there. What brings you to this place?
Our eyes
Why are you here?
once were blinded.
Who are you?
I am Freya of the Scar. I am here to either save my people or avenge them.
Hands once were idle. Save them from what?
I am unsure. Something has taken control of most of the people of Solstein. It makes them forget themselves and work on these horrible creations that corrupt the stones, the very land itself. My father, Storn, our shaman, says Mirak has returned to Solstein, but that is impossible.
And when the world shall listen...
This Mirak tried to have me killed.
Then you and I both have reason to see what lies beneath us. Let us go. There is nothing more I can do here. The tree stone and my friends are beyond my help for now. We need to find a way into the temple below.
What do you know about Mirak?
His story is as old as Solstheim itself. He served the dragons before their fall from power, as most did.
And when
a priest in their
world
order.
shall see.
But unlike most, he turned against them. He made his own path, and his actions cost him dearly. The stories say he sought to claim Solstheim for himself, and the dragons destroyed him for it.
Over here! What?
Here, in his...
I shall not fall!
Protection on that they have... forgotten.
The evil in this place must be rooted out.
You're here by yourself?
There are few of us left unaffected by this curse. My father Storn, the shaman, protects them in the village. I fashioned an amulet to guard me against whatever has taken hold of the skull, but it is the only one of its kind. If I cannot find a way to save them, there is no hope for our people.
Tell me of your people, the Skull.
We have lived on Solstheim for many generations. Our people are tied to the land itself. We try to serve the All-Maker, to live in balance with nature, instead of exploiting it, as others would. We must find out what is at work here. Are you ready to help me now? We should not delay. We should check these rooms for supplies before heading further into the temple. Take your time. I shall follow you when you are ready. Where did you come from?
None shall stand against Mirak.
I will not fall.
Mirak, help me.
Victorious again. We must be careful in these ruins. Traps can be anywhere, and there will likely be many. Mirak was trying to take power here, and protect himself in the process. I do not wish to imagine the kinds of things that happened in this chamber. Who were the poor souls, trapped in these cages? What tortures did they suffer at Mirak's hands? Was it in service to the dragons, or for his own purposes? Look up there. I think I see something. What's that?
True Dragonborn!
I will not fall.
I will purify Mirak's return. Mirak, help me.
Victorious again. Who's there? I knew I heard something. I thank you for your protection, Allmaker. What was it? Now we end. I do not fear death. Die! Spineless coward! Knew I'd find you. you for your protection, Allmaker. I do not fear. Come back and fight me! I do not. Come back and fight me. I'm not going down there. It would be foolish to attempt it. You have a much better chance than I to make it through these traps. I have no doubt that lever turns these blades off. I shall wait here for now. Thank you. Mirak took great pains to make it difficult to reach him, it seems. Let us hope that is the last of these traps. I do not fear death. Spineless coward! I will not fall. Where'd you go? Victorious again. I do not know what it is Mirak learned that gave him reason to turn on his masters. But his path seems to have been a close. What's that? Now we end this! I do not fear. Is someone there? Now we end this! And so it ends. Interesting. This may be worth exploring. Where did you come from? I do not fear death. I will not fall. I do not fear death. I do not fear death. So it ends. How much deeper can this be? I had been told that Mirak's power was great, but to have built so large a temple, it cannot be much farther now. I feel it in my bones. I had heard Mirak had turned against the dragon cult, but to display the remains in such an... What on earth is this? Something feels wrong. Brace yourself! What's that? I knew I heard something! Now we end this! I will not fall! I will not fall! But you left me with no choice. What's that? Dead end? Impossible. There must be something more. Look around. I will let you know if I find anything in the dining area. I knew it. A secret passage in the dining area just opened up. This must be it. Let us move quickly. Eerily quiet. I do not suspect that will be the case the further we go. Be on your guard.
I do not fear them.
I will not fall.
I will not fall.
Ready yourself. This book, it seems wrong somehow. Weird, yet not. It may be what we seek.